Uyazing betting my league. Saso figure gada. Baby unga hambi.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, salam alaikum, and all that stuff. Welcome to another episode of Nothing But Football. Nothing but football. That's what we talk about.
Hey.
It's been quite I guess international weeks are always, poop. But we move on. There's a lot to talk about. Transfers were wrapped up. Prospects are happening all around the league. Champions League is coming soon. It's next week. So that's something to also look forward to.
Yeah.
But don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And let me introduce you to my hosts. On my immediate right, I've got Uncle Lukusa. What's good, bro?
Was good.
How's the weekend been, man?
The weekend was good, hey? The weekend was good. I've still got Ronaldo fever, so I'm still smiling. Yeah.
No, man, that's good. And then on my far right, I've got Uncle Curtis there. How you doing?
Good, man. It's all good, though. Chill, man. It's another weekend of known football for me, so I ain't complaining much.
What, no football?
Yeah, I don't watch Arsenal. You think I'm watching internationals now as well?
You don't watch internationals, though. You don't care about Bafana beating Ghana. Shout out to the boys, by the way.
Shout out to the boys, but
yeah, they beat Ghana. No one expected it. That's why no one's talking about it.
Why would I want to be disappointed by club and country?
So yeah, I figured, man, since there's nothing really much, I'd kind of look at the transfers that have happened and give a wrap up.
Yeah, it's been a window, eh?
Yes. I'd actually go as far as to say, can you guys remember a better window than this?
No.
Not at this current moment in time.
Not so spread out.
Because even spending wise, it's not the highest spending transfer market.
Yeah, but towards so many teams have plugged their gaps. That's what usually like one team had a great or one or two teams had a great window. But here there's a lot.
No,
there's a lot.
I do look at it and think to myself, you're okay.
Yeah.
This has been a great window. Yeah. I was gonna say, let's just maybe have a brush at the transfer window. We'll start with the obvious, the alphabet, the top of the alphabet.
The top of the alphabet.
Yes, that they actually happen to be the top spenders of the year, of the transfer window. Actually, that's Arsenal. We look at it there were quite a bit of players. It was Nuno Tavares, Sambi Lokonga, Ben White, Martin Odegaard, Aaron Ramsdale. Don't think we're going to concern ourselves with out because most of them were loans. Loan periods, ending of loans, so these guys will be back. But obviously Matthew Guendouzi out, William Saliba out, Joe Willock, who's a transfer, quite a potential, and also Bellerin out towards the end to Real Betis. Uncle Curtis, let me start with you. As an Arsenal supporter,
I think it's very disingenuous for the media to start painting us as some big spenders. I know we're the biggest spenders here, but it's literally 5 players versus other clubs 1 player. Like we spent 150 million on 5 players. Chelsea spent that on literally 1 player.
Yeah.
Man City literally spent that on 1 player. Arsenal have the bigger the bigger gaps to fill in the squad. So obviously you're going to spend more than the others. I think it's actually pretty decent deep business because the highest player there is 50 million. Yeah. Cool when you compare it to Varane and stuff. Varane came cheaper, but Varane comes with £350,000 a week wages. So in the long run, so when they say biggest spenders, I hear them there, but like Arsenal's been having problems, guys. Like, what did you expect to happen? Do you think they're going to buy 1 or 2 players again and not fix things? So I'm happy with the business they've done. It's 5 players basically under the age of 23. Listen to the Eddie interview where he explained why he did certain things. Like where he picked up that, Tierney was injured towards the second half of the season. And then Arsenal struggled in the second half of the season because they had to adapt Saka and what. And that's why I got Tavares over there. So it looks like there's a plan. I mean, they're trying to get 2 players for each position so that it does happen. So good transfer. decent transfer window. Only time will tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion on it.
No, fair point.
Yeah. Look for me, it's a decent transfer window because of the ages and profile. You don't really know yet, right? But it's also one of those things. To me, I think Arsenal's repeating Arsenal mistakes, right? Because when you look at the outs, those are the same profile of players which you were signing a couple of years ago. Guendouzi, Saliba, all that kind of thing, saying, in time they'll come, right? But time has come, they're gone. You know what I mean? So to me, I think it can easily be a repeat of these other days where, we've signed young Nasri, we've signed young Sanya, we've signed whatever. By the time they become something, are they still Arsenal players? So looks like decent signings and that, but I think their gaps could have been plugged in the first team too.
But even when you look at the signings there, man, these are guys with hella experience. Sambi's captain of Anderlecht has basically been playing above 60 games at Anderlecht, Belgium International.
Does that normally translate to success in the Prem?
It doesn't, but it's not the same profile of player we used to sign in the past.
Guendouzi was what?
Guendouzi played less than 12 games for his team. It wasn't
Less than 12 games.
Not a lot. It wasn't 60.
That guy came up from League 2 and then signed for his other club. He's played a lot of professional games.
Yeah, but he was released by what you call this thing. And can we compare Guendouzi to a fully fledged international?
You spent 25 million on him?
Yeah.
How much was it? 20
No,
million?
No, he was less than that.
Maybe 10. But
Less,
he was
yeah.
full
But then we're talking
France under 21 international.
But now we're talking the Belgian international. We're talking the captain of Anderlecht. Guendouzi wasn't all of those things.
Okay. But okay. So you're confident in this transfer window?
I'm
For
not
the
confident.
season?
I'm saying
For
it's
the
not for
season?
the season. I'm saying it's decent. I get where the strategy is coming from, all right? But that's where it comes from. But when you look at the players, it's players with a lot of experience that they signed this season. It's not players that haven't played in the Premier League, so we can't say it's the same type of profile because we're looking at Ben White playing in the Premier League. We're looking at fine, they got relegated, but Aaron Ramsdale has played in the Premier League and a couple of other players as well. So it's not the same type of profile of player to me.
I think it is. That's Bernd Leno. Bernd Leno's played games. That's your 9 centre backs. It's same to me. So I'm like, these players are good. They can turn out to be something. But again, you're in the bracket where you're hoping they all come good together. Because what happened before with all of those other ones is they started to peak on their own. Remember Van Persie's on some, I've peaked sharp, but I think he peaked at 28 maybe. And he's like, if I wait for this other one, I'm going to be 33. So you never know.
By the way, Guendouzi cost 2 million.
2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
He did?
It is.
There, from Lorient.
Nah.
Euros, China.
2
million euros.
Why this man is fighting?
2 million
He wasn't
euros.
expensive, boy.
Okay.
Because it was with
No,
the
I'm joking.
previous...
Sorry, it was 8.
But I remember...
I don't know what this NV means, but it was
But
8.
even with Guendouzi, it was the previous scouting team. It was Sven. And he's...
Still the same club is what I'm saying. So it's not 150 starting from today. There's last season's money also, which, did you say you get the value from it? You say you got the value from it?
For what?
Last season's transfer window.
For the Guendouzi.
No, I'm saying just from the whole transfer window. Do you think your guys saw the value from it?
I don't think so. No.
So that's what I'm saying. That's
I'm
why
trying
to
to
me
even,
feels like...
but I'm trying to remember who we signed
was
last. Gabriel, I feel he's still young. He can prove himself. He's got decent, potential.
Yeah. So that's to my point, is that they must still come good. Now, out of all of these things, are you saying they'll all come good together? Probably not.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no.
But they said they're not done with the business. It's just getting the foundation right. They might add 1 or 2 more experienced players
That
next year.
man's been there for 3 years.
Who?
Look, Arteta.
3 years, dog.
No.
What do you mean?
That's your bro.
That's your bra.
This is his 3rd year.
That's your bro.
That's your bra.
Eh?
This is his second full
Your
season.
guy's
This
been
is
there.
his 2nd full season.
Yeah, he's starting his second full season.
Yeah.
So 3 years.
This is his 3rd year.
Don't say he's been there 3 years. Been there 3 years.
He's had 3 summer transfer windows.
No, he hasn't.
No.
Okay.
He
But
hasn't.
anyway, now
He
you
only
guys,
had-
you guys are fighting a point.
he only
Okay,
had-
Sean, so you believe in Arsenal.
I didn't say I believe. I don't believe
So
in
why are you
Arteta.
fighting me? Why are you fighting me? My point is
Because
saying
your points
this
are-
looks like more of the same.
Yeah, but
No,
your points
dude,
are
I
different.
think you can't. Don't try bring him into this Ole conversation that you guys
I
had.
wasn't bringing Ole. I was saying your coach is there 3 years. Then you
No.
said no, that's your guy. You
That
brought
is
up.
yes, no, but I'm telling you that this is the conversation that you guys are having this season, where you're saying Ole's been here for for long enough. He needs to bring trophies.
Yeah.
Arteta, I think this is his second full season. He's been here for
This will be
2.5. It's actually 2.5.
Yeah.
He came, it's 2.5 seasons.
Yeah.
So basically, this is his second full season.
Yeah.
In January, you can say he's been there for 3 years.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But my point that I'm trying to make is that these are kind of decent signings. I don't have a problem with the signings for me. I think these are quite positive signings. Minus the fact that, you can't really... There's a lot of factors that have gone wrong for us.
Yeah.
We look at the Torreira situation with his mom passing, and he's made up his mind. He doesn't want to return, but Arsenal's not willing to part with him for the money that, other people are offering because they know he wants to leave. They're like, dude, you will keep you in our loaning system then until you have a good season, good enough for you to bounce. So, we've been forced to keep players that we didn't want to keep. So it's unfortunate, but
even that is like a transfer from not long ago.
But that's 3-4 seasons ago before Arteta.
it's before Teta.
Sure, but what? So where I'm saying this transfer window looks like more of the same. That's what I'm getting to. Is that when you've had your past transfer windows, you're still talking a rebuild.
Yeah, I hear you on that, but
What is
been
your team doing then?
But let me just finish. It hasn't been as much players that we bought as this season, where it's 5-6 at one go. The previous seasons is 1 or 2 at a time. This time we've plugged literally left back, centre mid, creative player, which we didn't do last season, which is what cost us at the beginning of the season.
I'm not saying they're bad signings. I'm just saying I look at it and I'm like, okay, this one might peak this season. The other ones you're hoping the season afterwards. And that sort of imbalance, when we get to a couple seasons down the line and these players are signing for City again, because now they want to challenge, now they want to whatever, you're hoping they all come good same time.
Yeah, I'm just saying they plugged multiple positions which we've never done before.
So it's a good window. I'm just saying that window doesn't... Also supposed to be top 6 anyway. I don't see them becoming 5th with their signings. You know what I'm saying?
I see it happening if there's a change in a coaching philosophy, in some sort of tactics. Because right now, even with this team, I still see if Arteta keeps doing what Arteta is doing now, I see it not working out for us. But I'm saying the players, from this point of view, looking at these players, the additions are pretty good for us to kind of challenge for top 6. Top 6.
No, I agree.
Yes. So, but at the end of the day, having the players doesn't really matter if you don't have the right coach.
And I agree, you have to take the bullet at some point. A rebuild has to come, especially you couldn't hang on to what was not working.
Yes.
So I agree with you.
Then I'll just look at other signings. We'll touch on an Aston Villa. I think
they had a good window,
yes, I actually think they did have a good window because they signed Leon Bailey from Bayern Leverkusen. Great signing. Amy Buendia, 38 million. Decent signing, but it's a big signing. Isn't he part of the homegrown?
I don't think he is.
Is he not? For
He's
homegrown
Argentina.
quota?
I don't think it's homegrown.
No, it's from Argentina, but if you've been in the academies for long.
You need to have been in the academies 2 years before the age of 18.
Yeah.
Pogba's homegrown.
But I don't remember Buendia. Like, which club was he at before Norwich?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm not sure. They got Ashley Young back, Danny Ings, and
Danny Ings took it over the top for me. Proven goal scorer.
Twanzebe on loan. I think that's a good move. We're not going to really concentrate on thing. But yeah, let's look at that. And how do you guys feel about those transfers, considering they lost such a big player like Jack Grealish?
Yeah.
Do you look at it and say, okay, you guys use that money wisely, or
Yeah, I do.
this is going to be tough for you guys?
I do. Because what you lose with Jack Grealish, I don't think Jack Grealish had spectacular numbers for them in terms of output. Obviously, I mean, they're mid to bottom table. You don't expect higher numbers. But what he did for them is he held the ball first and foremost. If you gave him the ball, because generally it's counter-attack, he can hold it for 1 or 2 seconds longer to bring other people into play. So what they've sort of done is with Leon Bailey and Buendia, you got 2 players that can play. help you sort of bring the ball forward. Danny Ings, like you said, proven goal scorer. Ashley Young, experience. That man can put a ball into the box and he can defend.
Yeah.
Axel Tonzebe, look, he was with them on loan when they were in the championship coming up, and he was fantastic for them there.
Yeah.
So he might be again, but you don't know.
Absolutely.
He needs to be tested.
Uncle Curtis, any other views you'd like to put in?
I agree with Lucas there. I think it was just the Danny Ings signing that took it over the top for me. And now we can stop hearing stupid fans saying Ollie Watkins is a good striker. We'll see what a good striker is now.
Ooh, yeah.
Because Ollie's not going to get game time. If Ings stays fit and scores.
He'll play. He can play wide too.
He can play wide, okay. Yeah, but yeah, we'll see what a striker is now.
I actually see Ollie Watkins struggling, to tell you the truth, because the one player who's for me been doing okay for Aston Villa, as in like his role has been improving since January. I think I'd say Traore, the player he used to play for Chelsea.
Yeah.
He started to shine like towards the end of like last year. Even in the beginning of this season, like you can see he's getting confidence on the ball. Ollie Watkins is I feel bad for him because it looks like they're just saying, "Hey, bro, Danny Ings is here."
Yeah.
So all he can
It
do
won't
is
hurt them to have two strikers.
But all he can do during this time
No,
is
but
actually,
there's a good benefit to having two strikers. Yeah, and Ollie can learn from Danny Ings.
That's what I was about to say. He must sit down and learn. It's just a season. Ings is above 30. He's not going to be there for much longer.
Yeah.
You sit down, buckle down, and realize that you still got work to do. Because he must be 23, 24, Ollie Watkins? If he's 26, then I'll be shocked.
And obviously, transfers out is Grealish. I'm not going to touch on Brentford. I'm sorry if you're a Brentford fan. It's cool. I'm not going to touch on Brighton as well.
Besides Percy Tau leaving.
Yes, Percy Tau left. You guys have lost the privilege. I guess
we're not touching it. He left.
He
leaves the club. We don't.
We're not going to touch on Burnley as well.
Besides the one black
player.
Besides
Maxwell Cornet. Now that's an exciting player to have. He's from Lyon. He's had decent.
You know what's going to happen? He's going to have 2 good seasons at Burnley, man. That guy's price tag is going to jump up to 60 million.
Yeah.
The top 4 clubs are going to be biting themselves, saying, why didn't we sign him at 15?
No, but most of the times with these clubs, like a Lyon, for example, I'm sure someone came knocking on for Max Cornet. If a big club comes and knocks, you always try to call big numbers.
100%.
For him to go to Burnley means they had no choice.
100%.
It means Burnley just came after everyone left. And then they just said, bruh, you need to get rid of this guy.
But I think, you know what happened with Lyon? I think what happened is, remember last season they tried to stiff arm Arsenal for Hassim Awa.
Yeah.
They were like crazy money and Arsenal were like, we're not paying that. And now nobody wants him, dog. And now they're in financial distress, like they know, and they're like, clubs are just on some, we'll wait for you up until you're desperate.
No, exactly.
I will get this guy for 5 mil when you need that money.
That's
when
exactly
last
what
season they could have sold him for like 40. They can't even sell him at half the price this season.
Memphis left on a free. That was one of their biggest players.
Yeah.
It's not, it's going to become a common thing for them.
Because I remember the chairman with that big dick energy on interviews. No, you only leave at our price.
Exactly.
Now you can't even sell him for 10.
They were coming asking, begging, saying, hey, bro. But it's fine. Guys will just outweight you. I think let's touch on Chelsea. They made some interesting signings. I think obviously we know Romelu Lukaku, 97 million, and Saul from Atletico came there on a loan. How do you gents feel about that Saul edition?
That lady does good business, man. She does good business, man. I forget her name, but she does good business. That's all I can say. Like, it's one of those signings. I think they have the option to buy if he plays well. Like, if he goes in there and he improves the Chelsea defense, that's already good. We're asking for a lot next season. As I said, I'm still with Lukaku. I know he scored against Arsenal, probably his first top 6 team, but Arsenal's no longer a top 6 team because we're 20th on the log. So I'll see how he goes. I want to see him play. How did he played against Liverpool? Did he score?
No. Remember they went to 10 men in the first half. The result.
Yeah, there's no excuses here. He didn't score. I'll see how he plays against Man United. If he can't score against a former club, then he's done for.
Yeah.
He's done for.
No, and then obviously we know Chelsea being Chelsea, the the loan page is just long. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, guys, I'm not going to get into that as well. I just look. There's just one signing that actually caught my eye. It's the Ertsen Edouard. I think he used to play for Celtic. He's a explosive young winger. And obviously, Conor Gallagher. That's also a nice loan move from Chelsea. But other than that, it's just contract expired.
Yeah, those signings are replacing a whole bunch of players they lost. So I'm also not really too familiar with the names. It's also like, let's see how it plays out.
Everton didn't really have a busy window. It was just Andros Townsend who came in. Damari Gray, look, good addition. And Solomon Rondon came for free. Interesting. That's a throwback for the fantasy players. Yeah, big man. You should.
It's wingers who are going to just get beyond and put the ball in the box. There's Calvert-Lewin who jumps high. There's Richarlison who lovely at second balls.
If this is true, if Damari Gray came from Bayer Leverkusen and was signed for 1.6 million, that's ridiculous. As a player who's in the nominees for Player of the Month. So,
but you know,
the Player of the Month, that's also something I want to get into because that was completely rubbish. I'm sorry.
Didn't Bruno win it?
This month. It's not even...
No, for August.
No, Bruno's not even nominated.
Oh, what?
It's Mikel Antonio, Eric Dyer, Damari Gray, Mason Greenwood, and there's someone else.
Must be Pogba then.
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
It's someone else, but that list looked outright ridiculous.
Sure. Did I just hear English names over there, dog?
Yeah.
Racismo.
Who else, man? There was someone else who's there. I'll remember the names, but a lot of people complained because they said this was not a reflection of, the performances. Yeah, but we move on. Leeds. I know your boy James is there.
Yeah.
He's the latest additions to the signings. Not gonna really touch on anyone else. No one really catches my eye. For Leicester, the last minute signing was Lookman. He came in on loan from Leipzig. Should I touch on any other names? Vestergaard from
Daka and Bertrand.
Yeah, no, Patson Daka. He's a good player. He hasn't played that much though. For Leicester, he's had a couple of games as a substitute.
Yeah.
It should be interesting because he was very good for Salzburg.
Yeah. Can I say though, for Leicester, right? These are decent signings, but literally everyone that finished the season above them got stronger. Yeah, so Liverpool too.
No, that's the thing.
That's why I'm like, this does look like a step forward, but they might finish even lower.
Yeah, I was gonna look. Well, they bought in Vestergaard from Southampton.
That's a good sign.
Decent signing from the from the centre back point of view. Patson Daka, decent player. Ryan Bertrand, that's just
solid left back. Who was their left back actually?
Christian Fuchs. His contract expired.
Sure, was he still playing last year?
Yeah, he played. I see Wes Morgan out.
Yeah, they didn't replace Chilwell.
Remember, James Justin was a player of theirs.
Sure.
Still battling with injury.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, it should be very interesting to see how Leicester competes, I think.
I still think they're top six. But like I say, I think just the way the teams above them strengthened. If they do what they did last season, it's a good season for them.
No, fair point. And Liverpool had some decent centre back. They've got Konate. I think that's the only player. But losses for me are the highlights. The Jorginho, Wijnaldum, Shaqiri. Okay, Harry Wilson. No one really cares. They've lost a lot of guys.
Where did Harry Wilson go to?
Fulham.
Okay.
Yeah. Uncle Curtis.
Oh, another team that's going to get relegated this season.
Sure.
Just keep going down. Uncle Curtis, how do you feel about Liverpool's additions, i.e. just one signing?
We'll see how it goes, man. Like, I How do I look at Mane? Might need to be replaced at Liverpool. I know it's a hectic thing to say, but things are not changing over there.
But you're saying Mane before Salah. You've been more critical about Salah.
Yeah, but Salah's still selfish, but he's scoring. I'm not going to get rid of the goal scorer. Unless you're going to bring another. And I don't see Chelsea and Liverpool as spending big money on a player. Like, you know, that pipe dream of Mbappe. Yeah, those guys were high off meth, every single one of them. So, you know, if it was going to be Mbappe, then I would keep Mane. If not, you're going to go look for another semi-proven striker. Then I would keep Salah because you'll keep on scoring goals. Midfield is going to need changing very soon. I think a year or two from now, we're going to be looking at a Liverpool rebuild again. So my thing is next season's transfer windows, I'm going to see what Liverpool's going to do, because I look at that team and it's cool. It's still purring now, but like, besides a couple of the youth academy players, I don't see anybody that's popping up into that team. Chamberlain hasn't done anything for them. Keita's on and off. He does play, but he's always injury.
Speaking of Keita,
And now he's stuck in the country.
Yes, there was a military coup in Guinea.
I just saw a headline.
Yes, so they're trying to take him out safely. So yeah, all the best to him. Hopefully, all the best to the country of Guinea, because you know we don't know what's going on necessarily in the country, but we hope it does get solved in a peaceful manner. That's all we can hope for, much
So even look, how much longer can Salah do it for? I don't know, man.
I think 5 easy.
But how many players besides Messi and them can have done it for that long? I can't think of many players that have done it for that long besides Messi.
True.
So even when we say 5, it could be a
if
stretch.
that's the comparison, everyone else falls short.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get is like, it couldn't be 5. It could be maybe 2 or 3. Because
Possibly.
most players, when they have a good career, you see them having 6 good years. We're looking at 3-4 seasons of Salah being good.
Yeah.
Now, it could be coming towards the end, and we're not going to compare him to the superhumans on that side over there, because what they're doing does not make sense.
Yeah.
So that's what I say.
I agree. But I think a decent window for Liverpool, to me, that was really the only gap. I didn't really look at Liverpool and say they needed a midfielder or they needed a striker.
No, I wasn't. My face wasn't because of that. I just remembered now. Sergio Aguero was at Barca. No, because I was like, what? Sergio? And I'm like, then I remembered, that's where he claimed that injury when Messi left.
But you know the thing, now, with these transfer things, you're saying that's the only gap that they had to plug, but you want to plug the gap before it actually becomes a gap. Like, they tried with Minimal to get another striker. It wasn't working. Jota one worked out okay. He's just as they fit, but like, they have to replace one of those 3 very soon. And then shout out to Gabby Abongolo, who thinks he's a better striker than Firmino.
I saw that.
The disrespect.
I saw that. He said I think he was talking about
Strike rate. He has a better
strike rate. He says he's got a better strike rate than Firmino.
And then people pulled out files and they were like, man, he's 6 goals behind you with 100 less games. I would pipe down. And he's got more assists. So you can't even say team play.
But why would he say that? I'm like...
Men will probably try to claim his respect.
Oh, man. I don't know what to say about
Dude,
that.
like, he was a B-grade Walcott, even.
He might be a Villa legend.
Then the standards are low.
Yeah.
Exactly. They've been up and down.
Then the standards are low.
Nah, dog, I'd even say Grealish has a better reputation than that guy.
No, hundreds. Hundreds.
But speaking of Grealish, Manchester City, I think that was the only signing they really made. The Grealish signing, but got rid of a lot of, the youth system, I guess. And Aguero and Garcia went on a free.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think Garcia said he was going back to Barca a long time ago.
No, because they tried to sign him as a centre-back option. Re-sign him again. But then he was like, nah, bro, you guys just signed Bruno. Like, what do you want with me?
Oh, Diaz. Oh, okay.
Yes. So he kind of said, but this is 2 seasons ago, basically, when they were asking him to renew, and he's like, dude, I'm just going to run it out.
His chat was kind of simple, like, I've been here for years, you haven't played me.
Yeah.
I'm buying. Let me go where I'm loved.
Fair point. Let's move on to Manchester United. Jadon Sancho, you got 73 million. Rafael Varane, 41 million. They were saying it was 25 million. Remember that?
Who was?
Media reports at first said it was 25 million.
Yeah.
Remember when we were having this conversation and you're like, you were saying that we're living in a transfer that doesn't make sense. That one costs 50 and then the other one costs 25. Now the costs are coming out. He's now 40.
Okay.
Juventus, I remember hearing something that they're saying 12 million on this site. It's not 12 million on Sky Sports because I think it's like 25. They're saying they're gonna do like payments. You're gonna pay on like 5. You're gonna pay them off over 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously his thing's not bad. His weekly wages. So I'll give you guys that.
No, he's coming in as the top paid in the league.
No, isn't he a 400?
Yeah, that makes him the top paid.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not bad, dog. You think there's no bonuses there? You think there's no bonuses? I think it's 400 guaranteed.
Oh, okay. So you think there's bonuses is where he kills it? Okay. Nah, fair point.
You think he's going to take 400 when Messi's on the mill, boy? That man has some hectic bonuses.
I don't really have to ask you, but I'll ask you anyways. How do you feel about this transfer period?
It's a good window. It's a good window. At the end of the look, people always still try to obviously say midfield is still our issue. It probably still is, but at the end of the day, right wing has been an issue for United. Just getting a winger that just goes the other way and looks for the assist. All the ones we have look for the goal, but he's 21. I don't even really expect much from him this season. Varane is the best signing on that list. I know it has Ronaldo too, but Varane is the best signing on that list. Proper footballer. Good defender. Ronaldo is Ronaldo. So this is a transfer window that means the expectations go up. It's a good window. The expectations go up.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how I feel about that Ronaldo signing. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't think it was needed.
To tell you the truth,
and I wonder whose game time he's going to take.
So, last season's top scorer. Who's last season's? Oh, it's obviously Bruno.
It was Bruno.
Sorry, but outside of Bruno, then it's Cavani with 17.
Yeah.
Cavani 37, who didn't play all the games. Whoever place Ronaldo takes, you were not performing, Martial.
Yeah, but Martial wasn't playing either. But you get what I'm saying? Like, let's forget about Martial. Nah, cool. But then that might impact Greenwood or...
It's going to impact...
Greenwood or Sancho.
Right now it's going to impact Rashford and Martial.
So you think...
Rashford on the left wing, his issues Pogba, not Ronaldo.
Ooh. You never know. Pogba could leave to PSG.
Yeah. Greenwood can play up front, so it'll give him less opportunities up front, but Greenwood's 19. You can have another season on the way.
Yeah.
You can have another season.
But I think that was just a signing out of to make sure he doesn't go to City.
Yeah, I think you guys knew if Ronaldo went,
if he was going to any other club,
you would be giving City the title.
Yeah, I agree with you that, but because it's a quality player, so there's what you could have lost, but what you gain on the pitch. Hence, I'm saying our strikers last year, 37-year-old or 34-year-old. Scored 17 goals, didn't play in all the games. You saw him coming in at halftime scoring 2.
I think you're disrespecting Rashford. Didn't you say he was having a good season?
He was. Rashford's a left winger. I'm talking to the number 9s. Hence I'm saying Ronaldo's not Rashford's issue. Pogba, if that's where your position might get taken.
All right, no, fair point.
We'll see how it goes. Because
I think I'll leave the United chat. Then Newcastle, obviously, it's Joe Willock from Arsenal coming in. A lot of contract expiries. I'm not going to talk about Norwich. Sorry, Norwich fans. Southampton.
Bookie stayed for them. No, I'm joking.
Oh, yes.
Southampton, yeah?
Southampton, nothing interesting really happened. It's just Theo Walcott. Nothing really. It's just...
Yeah, their outgoings is probably the more of the highlight.
Yeah, I think their outgoings, they lost a lot of players. Guys were just hanging on, actually.
I think there might be something wrong at Southampton,
Well, they've relied on young talent for long.
Yeah, but they just completely dismantled that team now.
No, it's dismantled, but...
Compared to the way they were playing, they were on and off last season. It's a risk. I think they might be a relegation contender.
We've said that about them for like the last 4 years, I think.
No, I've never said that about them before.
Okay, for me, I've thought about it for the last 3 years. Every time they lose big players, I always think, bruh, like,
No, but
and
it's
they never get big name guys. They always just get someone.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm trying to say is, man, they've just been losing big name player after big name player after big name player with nobody stepping up.
Nah, fair
You know,
point.
like Mane and then left. At least they signed Ings from Liverpool. But like, when's the last time Southampton made a signing?
Of note.
Or even just a decent sign where you're like, oh, there's going to be progress. But now I'm looking, they might be relegation contenders this season.
But I hear what Potion's saying. Like, before those players like made their name in the team, they were unknowns. I mean, Tadic. Who the hell Tadic was before that? You know?
Yeah, fair point.
Graziano Pele. Like,
To tell you the truth,
they've
I
got a history of
watched
certain
this.
players.
What's his name? I watched Southampton game, and there's this new right back who actually it really impressed me. This Tino Livramento. He's very skilled to a point where Kyle Walker-Peters is now playing on the left side. He's a
for
Chelsea.
real?
Yes, he's a Chelsea academy graduate. Very skilled player. So that's why I say like Southampton have never really relied on getting a big player coming into the team. It's always someone. They always like relying on their youngsters to try do something. The only thing for me, they signed Brandon Armstrong as well. I don't know why he's not here. He's a championship striker. Yeah, he's doing okay.
Yeah, he looked okay in the first game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all I can literally pinpoint it on. But you know what? I think we'll maybe just take a break a little bit, gather ourselves up a bit, and then we'll wrap up with these last bits of teams and maybe just go on a random tangent. But yeah, thanks for watching the episode. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, catch you guys in part 2 or yeah, bye. Sure.